Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Tech Impact. We're at, which number are we at?
No idea. I'm not counting.
13, 14.
Nice.
Well, congratulations, Jean-Luc.
Congratulations to you.
Yeah, 14th show. So we want to give our thanks to our sponsors, Subway and Swing Masters, and of course, Soppy Mix Studios and the Soppy Mix Studio family. As you can see today, we're going to be wearing masks and respecting and contributing in fighting this this pandemic.
Yes.
Right? And we've got an interesting show today, I think. Don't you think?
From what we have spoken about on the ride here, I would agree.
Yeah, so let's talk a little bit about internet culture, right? So
Internet culture.
Right. So I have an article right here that I whipped up. I think it's from The Verve. That's The Verge, excuse me.
Verge?
TheVerge.com. Pretty cool news website. And let me quote. Internet culture is how online lives influence or are influenced by pop culture and the world around us, right? So probably community driven or driven to community.
I mean, culture is community driven.
Yeah. And at TheVerge.com, they actually have a internet culture section of news. And I thought it was interesting. We have one particular story of internet, how one video propelled a girl forward.
Tell me.
Her name is Raiza Leal, from the great country of Brazil.
Let's hope we're pronouncing that right.
Raiza Leal. And in the popular days of Vine,
back in the day,
which was a video sharing platform, but micro videos.
Yes, no longer than 7 seconds, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it was only 7 seconds.
And I'm sharing that link now in the chat group
on Facebook's live stream.
Yeah. So you guys can check it out. She did this video, this girl in a full tutu, princess dress with a crown and wings, and she does a monster heel flip off the staircase. And
this little girl,
yeah. And and there was like this really tough music. So the virality, right, is that combination of cute and pure skill and tiny, right,
and badass,
and really bad. And I mean, arguably, most skateboarders in the world can't do that, right? So it's considered a professional move, right? And consequently, she just won the silver medal in the Tokyo 2020 Olympics
for skateboarding.
For skateboarding, yeah.
Nice.
So because this year was the first time that Olympics accepted skateboarding, and to note, skateboarding, the street platform, so street skateboarding.
Nice.
And you know, if you would compare that to like 10 years ago, like the X Games, there were a lot of sections. There was street, but there was also vert. Right, so vert was the ramp and what the skateboarders do on the ramp, and then there was a big jump. But I thought it was really, really cool that they do the street, because I do feel that's more accessible. But yeah, that's a great story. So
So this basically this girl, not even 12, 13 in the video, went viral on Vine. Probably got a whole lot of motivation to continue, and now ended up winning an Olympic medal.
yeah, so
Crazy.
crazy. And she won the medal, and I think it says here she's 13.
In the video.
No, I think the Olympics she did it with the age of 13.
What?
Yeah, so she was really little when she did that trick. She was like 7 years old.
Oh my God.
So you know, if you really look at it, we can think of countless cases of people that you know, have had the luck or the vision or a little bit of both to use the internet to propel them forward with the passions. I think that's the story of Justin Bieber, isn't it?
Yes, he went
Right, so
viral
that's another
on YouTube. Yeah,
that's another, you know, pop icon because of his work on the internet, right? Do you have any examples you can think of? Well, not specifically that story, but something of internet culture.
I think one of the biggest examples and widely viewed as a face of internet culture would be PewDiePie.
PewDiePie.
He started making videos in his dorm in Sweden.
Yeah.
He told stories on how he would hang his computer outside of the window so that he can connect with his neighbor's Wi-Fi just to upload a video. And now look at him.
And him, what is he a brand now? Does he have, you know? What would you consider PewDiePie? Is he a famous internet?
He's an internet celebrity. Yeah.
Well,
he sells his own merch. He does brand collaborations.
Right.
He has a following.
And he focuses truly on a video for playing games while and he talks while he plays.
That's how it used to be.
That's how it used to be.
Yes. Because times change, content change, YouTube algorithm, and lots of ad incentives and everything. He's currently more on the just commentary phase, but it used to be predominantly just playing games and giving commentary while playing.
Yeah, you know, and those are examples of success stories.
Yes, definitely.
But I think internet culture bleeds in many things, because you also have internet communities, right? That are usually fueled by different types of platforms or their own forums.
Yes.
When in my day, when internet started, there would be a forum platform, you know. So and the forums are built into threads and subjects, and there's rules and administrators. It wasn't really that media rich, I guess, but it did work, because I remember I was part of the windsurf group of Australia, and I wanted to, and you join these forums so you can engage in certain content, right? So that's another part of internet culture, where people not necessarily that live together can get together online, right? And then talk about passions, share knowledge, you know. So, but you also have a flip side, right? So let's talk a little bit about 4chan.
Of course, the internet forum. Isn't 4chan the place where they made the rules of the internet?
What do you mean?
There is I'm pretty sure that, I'm very confident you know about Rule 34, right?
No.
No? Rule 34? Well, there is a list out there that probably is the most famous board called /B, the random board.
Of
created.
4chan.
Yeah, of 4chan.
I'm here.
Where they list a number of rules, where they explained the rules of the internet and how to work around it. Predominantly based around the early 2000s, this internet, because we can agree that it has changed.
But what do you mean the rules of internet? The rules of engaging this platform?
Engaging the internet as a platform, yeah. And Rule 34 was, and it's just been the most famous one out of all, because it's just been used as a way of finding that said content, is if you can think about it, there is porn of it on the internet. And that is Rule 34 of the internet.
Yeah, okay, but remember, these are they're thought up. They're not
Yes,
rules.
yes, they're not actual
Just
rules.
to be clear,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
these are
of
not
course.
rules of the internet. This is
A guide.
yeah. Well, it's a slight form of entertainment. This is where we're gonna go into what I like to think what 4chan is that everything goes here. There,
Yes.
the whole point is there are no rules. You can.
Yeah.
You can put, explicit content. You can put, because if I remember correctly, the creator of 4chan was in love with hentai, which is, anime, pornographic anime.
Yes, yes.
And, he's always getting censored everywhere on the internet and even through servers. So he wanted a place where, hey, no rules. We can do what we want, right? And which is sort of a birthplace of a lot of thoughts and things like
Yes.
Anonymous, right?
Yes,
Because you can
yes.
anonymously post.
Memes,
explicit
as
and-
we know it, came from 4chan.
Yeah, so let's go from 4chan. I'm going to circle back. So 4chan is a website, 4chan.org, and
Not .com.
not .com. And
.org.
let's talk about the term meme and what it is, right? So I've pulled up an article here at Livewire, and the origins of the term is actually one of my heroes.
Oh.
His name was Richard Dawkins, and is an
Dawkins?
evolutionary biologist.
Yes, yes.
And he argued that memes, so internet propelled viral content, has a similarity to his world, right? How evolution kind of works.
Yes.
Because the memes go through evolutions,
They do. They definitely
right?
do.
So, what makes a meme?
Basically, it's usually an idea or a picture, a concept, really, that lives within people's heads, and it gets shared via those people. And through every iteration, it changes a little bit.
Right. Yeah, so it goes through an evolution.
Yeah,
right.
it goes through different iterations, different interpretations, and it's through that you can see all of the different types of memes that get born, really.
There's been documentaries about memes.
Yes, I
Yeah,
remember.
the nerd photo that some person took a picture of a yearbook of some guy.
Oh, the Bad Luck Brian?
Was that Bad Luck Brian?
I think it's Bad Luck Brian.
Oh man,
the one with
so
the braces
funny.
and he smiles, yeah.
Yeah, and then you see this kid, this little baby like this,
Yes.
right? And then it's probably my goal for 2020, and then it becomes ridiculous after, right? So, so do we consume way too many memes? We probably do. I mean, there's a COVID-19 meme in every single political. There's always a meme.
Yes.
You know? And do we spend too much time with, let's just say humor, entertainment? Because a meme is a quick joke,
Yes.
right? It's
Yes.
just,
I
I started laughing. I'm looking at one right now, and when I type "I'm ducking mad," this is what I mean, and then they show a duck with a it's so funny. Yeah, but anyway, do we spend too much time with memes?
That is a personal question. We can't say as a group if a group of people spends too much time on memes, right? Because then it's like, are you consuming too much media in general? Are you watching too much Netflix? Are you watching too much TV? You can watch too much TV, you can watch too much Netflix, and of course you can consume too many memes. If all you're doing is scrolling through Reddit with all of the meme posts while you're supposed to have like homework due in an hour, you're scrolling too much. You're consuming too much.
Yeah, I do
memes.
believe one of the most impactful meme spreader on Aruba is probably WhatsApp, forwarded too many times, right? So
yes.
so we've all gotten and not sometimes are they memes or are they political messages? sometimes they're not even jokes. You know, sometimes they're pretty serious. We do, you know, get the violent one, violent content. But let me tell you, you know which one really drives me crazy?
Which one?
The audio shock one with the
With the girl moaning. Yeah, it's ancient at this point.
I am so sick of it. So guys, anybody listening out there, if a video starts out with something explicit and ends with moaning, please don't share it. It's been enough. It's been enough. Enough of that video.
It's a classic variation of getting rickrolled.
Yeah, but Rickroll is these. You can laugh about it.
Yeah. This one is just.
Yeah. Being Rickrolled is cool. Or you know which one was funny too? The piano cat.
Oh yeah.
Piano cat.
But what is getting rickrolled for those who happen to not know?
Well, what's that song again? Rick Roll has a song.
No, Rick Astley.
Oh, excuse me.
Rick Astley, the artist, made a song.
Like never gonna give you up, never gonna let you down. Yeah, so I'm not a good singer, as you can hear. But yeah, when they rickroll you, so you'll be watching something, and then there'll be this clip, and then it doesn't cliffhang. It's poop, you got rickrolled.
Yeah, all of a sudden you would hear the drums kicking at every single video with the song.
And there's something else about that, because he does that thing, you know, he does that two-step. And you have to two-step yourself a little bit. Come on, if you get rickrolled, you always go like.
No, I shut that off.
You shut it off? No, I enjoy it. I enjoy it. But yeah, it is part of my generation a bit. Oh, well, I was a kid in those days. It's not really when I was a teenager. But yeah, so memes, right? And memes live all over platforms, really.
Definitely.
And the evolutionary process of a meme is usually
through platform.
People and apps, and they think of their own creativity and they adjust it, and then they repost it, right? So we got to think about Facebook and Instagram, and does TikTok have memes?
Yes.
I mean, it's probably meme based, but they're using video and fun, right?
Yeah.
There was another thing, trolls.
Oh,
trolls. Let's talk about trolls.
Trolls.
What is a troll? An internet troll.
An internet troll. For the most part, an internet troll can be viewed as somebody whose only purpose in interacting with somebody else is to garner a reaction, usually dramatic.
Yeah.
That is their only goal. And they will go through any means to achieve that. And it's usually very...
for the lulz.
Yeah, for the lulz, yeah.
For the laugh out louds.
Yes.
Yeah, because there's the most famous emoticon for a troll.
The troll
which
face.
is that simple face grinning.
Yeah.
Like, I got you.
Huge grin mix up.
Huge
like
grin. And
half
you know,
of the face.
when I sometimes tell people that when I post, for example, sociological content, right? And then you'll get these, you know, fierce reactions, like, and they'll say these things that are, you know, pseudo-racist or whatnot. I sometimes, just to sort of mess with them, that I don't take them seriously, is, okay, troll, I get it. Yeah, you're trying to get a reaction out of me. I'm not gonna become a keyboard warrior and, you know, and caps lock and all that. I'll do the lulls myself. But I now to 4chan, where I think is the birthplace of one of the most impactful memes ever, that in my humble opinion, not my opinion, but I share, that proposes, for example, Pepe the Frog. It went through such an evolutionary process, and it actually helped elect a president.
Yes.
Right?
Pepe the Frog.
Pepe the Frog is a comic, was a simple comic by an artist.
He's not even called Pepe, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was called Pepe.
He was?
Yeah.
Okay.
And do you know specifically what made him really famous? What was his original meme?
Feels good, man.
Feels good, man. Yes. That is such. You know, I will. Let me. I'm gonna share that with our guests, so they can track it. Pepe the Frog. 1 second.
So, for the people who don't know, Pepe the Frog is this very stylized, cartoonish, humanoid frog character.
Yeah.
You can't really even tell he's a frog. All you know he's a frog because he's green.
Exactly.
Yeah, and there was a comic where he made, and one of the panels was him giving a thumbs up and simply saying "feels good, man" with a smile on his face.
Well, no. Almost. You got it almost.
Ah, damn it! I misremember.
Yeah. In the comic, he goes to the bathroom and he does the number two.
Number two.
Number two. He takes a leak, right?
No, that's number one.
Excuse me. He takes a leak, just for clear language.
Okay,
I don't know
okay.
anymore. But he does it, instead of putting it a little bit down, he pulls his pants all the way down. So you see an image of a toilet and Pippi the Frog looking backwards, and his pants are all the way down. And then his friends go, "Hey, but Pippi, why do you pull your pants all the way down?" And feels good, man. And that's the beginning of everything.
Yes,
So
that-
feels good, man, has been, and it started as if you're a weirdo, if you do something weird and people don't get it,
It just feels good, man.
it just feels good, man. So it's like, don't worry about it. Why do you worry about it? I mean, well, I'm doing my thing. It's almost a declaration of independence. I'm gonna do my thing, and maybe you should too, right? But the interesting thing is that later on, they started using it in a negative sense.
Yeah.
Whereas they would put like a anti-Semitic, statement.
The trolls started using it. The troll people.
Feels good, man.
Yeah.
Or a nuclear bomb is dropped on innocent people, and he stands there grinning. And by the way, I just shared the documentary. It's called "Feels Good, Man." That's the documentary. And interestingly, there are Pippi the Frog NFTs coming out right now.
Of course.
Right now. So
On which blockchain?
we'll circle back with that one. We were
okay.
me and Kurtie, my cousin, were talking about it.
Oh, okay.
And he was actually trying to purchase one.
Oh, damn. Okay.
Yeah. So Pippi the Frog touches a lot of bases because there is a 4chan involved with that,
Yes,
And
it
what's
started
interesting
there.
is that this is a huge copyright issue, right? So what happened is that the artist, he releases his comic books and print, and then easily copyable, and then it runs its own course, and then he kind of lost its essence. He lost it. He has
changed.
It became the world's, right? So it's something very interesting if you think about the internet as an open forum, an open, no rules 4chan way of doing things.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
How can we ever keep control of our own creations? And the short answer is
You can't.
right now you can't. And be careful what you put out.
I mean, I think that's something that most people advise you to do when you're going through the internet. Be careful of what you put out there.
Yeah. So, and another thing that I want to share with our listeners is that, especially people that are my age and a little bit older, I do see myself as a unique case because, the internet is where, my career kind of lies as a, web designer, social media manager, and all that. A lot of people, I think, have a problem understanding what's going on all the time because it's the first layer is what you see is what you get, right? So you see a message and a lot of people see a message and it's inherently true because it's an image.
Yeah.
And you got to be patient sometimes. Sometimes when you see something that is shocking, it is simply there to get you to react. So that's my advice.
Yeah,
right?
it's simply there to be shocking.
Yeah, when I went to school in Amsterdam, College of Multimedia was in the year 2000, so that's like 20 years ago. Imagine that.
Wow.
I had this teacher, and we were learning multimedia, right? So we were doing interactive CD-ROMs and whatnot. And in those days, there was the first 1 million pixel page that got sold for $1 million. He sold a pixel for $1 until he got to $1 million.
Wow.
Right? So it was hey, how could that happen? And it happened because he was the first. But then my teacher, he was a little bit of an extremist, and he did a little experiment with us. He showed us a website where you could buy a cat box. And there was a website, and it looked like a shop, and there was a plastic square, And in that square, there was like a fuzzball
Uh-huh.
and Square Cat, actually. It was Square Cat. And there were life support systems holding the cat.
Oh, damn.
And you could buy one, you know? And, you know, what happens is people go buck wild, right? So they had the, like a testimonial section.
Uh-huh.
And you would go there and people would flip like, you know, we're gonna find you guys and kill you. How could you do that to animals? You know?
Peter.
And yeah, and what would happen was he would react to every single one. If you do not believe in cat box, don't buy it, right? And you know what it was? It was a sociological experiment to see how people engage in information. It was that was my first example before we knew what trolling was. This was actually done by a couple of you know, professors, you know, and kids, and they wanted to see what will happen if you Photoshop and it was. There was no cat in a box. It was all Photoshop.
No cats were harmed in the making of that website.
Exactly.
Okay,
And
okay.
you had like it was so well done because they had a cat and they had the box. And there was a picture of he's gonna put the cat in the box.
But it
right?
never happened, right?
But of course it never happened.
Yeah.
And but the first thing you see is like, is this real? Do people accept this? You know, is this? Oh my God, this is horrific. And I learned then. Watch out online.
Yeah.
Watch out. Remember, in my day, you do not accept cookies.
Oh.
Now it's standard procedure.
Now it's standard procedure.
And what is a cookie?
If I remember correctly, a cookie, as nice as it sounds, as delicious as it sounds, is
Yum, yum.
actually personal background information to keep track of you, especially across websites.
Yeah, basically. Well, no, further. Let's go a little bit further. I have actually used that for marketing purposes. So somebody comes to my website. I install a little script. That script asks you for permission, do you accept cookies?
Yeah.
You accept. And usually if you visit a website, they call that a session. So when you start engaging, there's a little timer and they remember who you are, right? And then when you leave, there's a statistic there for us, you know, web developers or the marketing guys that run the website. Bruce stayed here for 2.5 minutes. When you use a cookie, I keep a connection with you, you know, simply said. Which means I can retarget content if you did not convert into a sale. So if you come to my website and don't buy my t-shirt,
You can start
and you
showing
leave,
ads.
I can actually use the Google ecosystem to repush you ads. That's how, in marketing, we can use cookies. Okay, so it's actually connecting with you, with your browser, you know, like a real connection there. So, and the interesting thing is that most websites now that offer like a rich experience cannot operate without a cookie.
Yes. Yes.
Facebook will not work without the cookie, and Reddit definitely won't work without the cookie. You know, so, and let's segue then to these social communities. So we have 4chan. I just visited 4chan. It's looking a bit, you know, geeky. It's not that.
It's changed. It's not the same as where Anonymous was born.
Yeah.
It's become a parody. It's become what it's not wanted to become in the beginning.
Yeah, I think it's been a little. Once upon a time, I believed that great things came from 4chan because it's like free.
Yes.
But again, great things get corrupted by bad
course,
people.
of course.
And I think it's almost Orwellian, you know, George Orwell, Animal Farm, where one guy has great intentions and the other guy does abuse, you know. And 4chan is not a place I want to be associated with anymore. Not really.
No.
You know. I also feel that Anonymous, I don't even know which one is Anonymous because people take on the Anonymous brand to do like crazy stuff.
Yeah, that's kind of the point now, wasn't it? That anybody could be anonymous. Anybody could put on the mask.
No, but I know, but
the
the hacker group Anonymous was a, you know, liberation
activist.
army.
An activist group.
Yeah, but to liberate people.
Yeah.
To make them free, whatever that means, right? It probably means in a Western democratic way. And they call that an egalitarian society where men and women have the right to do pretty much whatever they want as long as you don't, you know, don't reap havoc on the people.
Yeah. Yeah.
But let's segue into some very interesting places where we're going to hear a lot more from. So what do you think about Reddit? Reddit is a media sharing platform
Yes.
with a voter upvote
With a voter
feature.
system, yeah. And the most vote systems will be closer to the surface and where most people can see it.
Is that a good thing?
Why would it be a bad thing?
Popular ideas are not always right ones.
The popular ideas are not always the right ones, yes. But the thing is it's also a community-based thing, right?
No, I know.
And like so we have Reddit, right? But Reddit is not famous for being Reddit. Reddit's famous for the subreddits. which is
Right, yes,
where-
yes. Let's
which
go
is-
through that. Yeah, cool.
Which is where the communities form. So a subreddit is practically the same format as the forums that you spoke of earlier, with threads and comments.
Yeah,
and
but
everything.
and this is where the difference lies, right? So
But now each thread, each post can be upvoted or downvoted. So it can
Right.
be upvoted into you're more likely to see it, or downvoted into oblivion and even deleted if it has enough negative downvotes.
which subreddit are you part of?
I'm part of r/nice guys.
And that is?
It's basically this post where, and this is also an internet thing, an internet culture thing, where people post chats of nice guys. And so the thing is nice guys are not nice guys. But they are always the type of person that will proclaim that they are a nice guy. But if you don't talk to me, you're losing like the greatest guy alive, you fucking fat whore. Yeah, that type of person.
And why are you part of that? You think it's funny?
I think it's hilarious.
This is the difference between our generation. It's like there's an evolution in humor, and sometimes we 44-year-olds, look at you 20-year-olds, and when you laugh at things, and we simply don't understand why you think it's funny. But if you dive a bit deeper, there's a lot of internet culture.
Yeah, it's
right?
it's a cultural thing.
It's like level 5,000.
Over 9,000.
Over 9,000, excuse me. See, thanks. You see that? You know where I was going. It's Dragon Ball Z.
Dragon Ball Z,
Vegeta.
Vegeta. Yeah.
Okay, guys, another thing. A lot of internet culture is based on some non-mainstream passions, and
Yes.
a lot of the birthplaces of memes and especially 4chan. There's a big anime base that we're very familiar with the Narutoverse. That's one of Japan's most popular franchises ever made. And Dragon Ball Z is
Also
sort of
huge.
a precursor. Yeah, and it's a
But so back to Reddit, right?
yeah, Reddit.
So the subreddit is where you can, where people form the communities. They make a subreddit over a single theme.
Right.
Let's say there is one about, let's say there's one about surfing. That there will be a surfing website, surfing subreddit, and that's where people can go and post, comment, and like interact with each other about surfing.
Yeah, but okay, I get that. I get that. But at the same time, it's a little more like, let me get this community to engage this content, and what can I do to incentivize that upvote, right? So there's a dynamic there.
Yes.
In Cardano, for example, I'm a member of Cardano subreddit. I post some things that of our work, and the relationships we're trying to build. And yeah, I would get an upvote here and there, and then I would also get like a harsh question, yeah, but if you're sitting down with the parliament member about Cardano, I sit down with the mayor here in London too, but that doesn't mean that I'm doing the work for Cardano. And it's like, okay, so I'm lying, And to be honest, I'm also part of a paintball group Reddit where we show our markers, right? And I posted there, didn't really get any engagement. And after a while, the way that dynamic, I don't have the patience for it, and I would much rather be part of a more, thread-based, community members that want to engage because they want a higher ranking, right? And the more you post and more engaged you are, you get sort of a reward. You get badges and stuff like that.
You get
So
badges, you get points even.
points,
Yeah.
right? So Cardano's forum, like where we get together for Project Catalyst, is really cool. I really like it there. I get true, meaningful engagement, because to be part of this forum and community, you have to come in with certain ideals. So
Yeah.
the wild west of Reddit is not for me. I also got fished 2 or 3 times. They wanted to take my crypto. But let's move to another one that I thought is interesting because I need to learn a lot about. Let's talk about Discord.
Discord. Yes.
So,
yes.
so moms and dads that have gamer kids, which is everybody,
for the most part.
you might see them talking to people while they're playing. Chances are they are probably on Discord.
Yes. Yes.
And Discord is a community-driven voice chat.
How I like to explain it is imagine Skype, but you can join communities where you have chat rooms and voice chat rooms.
And they're
that you
active.
and they're active.
Yeah.
And they're live.
And they're live. Well, I'm at discord.com right now. And what is Discord? And they have actually a pretty cool sentence that I think explains it well. Discord is a free voice, video, and text chat app that's used by tens of millions of people ages 13 and up. And they get together to talk and hang out with their communities and friends.
Yeah.
So for gamers, if you think about it, if you're an online gamer, it is super hard to actually have conversations instead of in the game apps. They don't
Yes.
really do that.
It's
It's hard for them to manage.
Yes,
Right? It's hard for
yes.
their server. So if you and me are playing League of Legends and I'm in Brazil and you're here in Aruba, you know, they're not going to be able to do that as well.
Not
so
as-
they
not
focus
as
on
well,
the
yeah.
gameplay.
Yeah.
And Discord is sort of that happy solution. It's pretty genius if you think about it from them, that they saw that opportunity to create a text and chat app. So you're right, it is Skype for gamers.
Pretty much. And
Yeah.
that's how it even started before they rebranded. Because in the beginning, it was marketed towards gamers.
Yeah.
And they had League of Legends in the background. They had a bunch of other competitive games in the background because it was so easy. All you do is click and join, and then anybody can join you within the server, of course, and talk to you. And for the most part, you want to talk to those people because those are the same people you're going to be playing your games with. You can
Right.
just be in your voice chat. It runs in the background, barely takes any RAM or CPU processing power.
Sure.
And the audio quality is usually something that they're very proud of because it was very famous for Skype. For all of a sudden, you sound extremely robotic and everything, and you start lagging and everything. Yeah. But it doesn't happen on Discord. They somehow focused on the audio quality as well.
Yeah, I with my shout out to George from the Splatoon group here on Aruba. I thought it was super fun. I did one session. I installed Discord on my phone, and one of the administrators, one of the game players, set up the server, and we got a code, and we logged in, and we got accepted, and we could chat, and I had my headphones on my phone, and I was logged in on my Nintendo Switch, and there the battle group was made. I totally forgot what that's called, but and we played 4 people online against people, and it was super fun because for the first time I could actually tell people he's weak, get him now. Now there's a guy in the tower, somebody go. You know, that was super fun. And later on, I actually played some for no money poker. So they're like digital coins, but they don't mean anything. And it's all run on the Discord server through a bot. So
Yes.
can you explain to me a little bit? Is that sort of the how Discord has evolved into something more?
So what happened is some guy realized, I haven't researched into it, but some guy realized that you could make an application that would have an account that could join Discord, your server, as an account, and you would simply put a command in the chat, and the bot would read it and then react to it.
Right.
And so I think one of the most famous one was just a music bot because Discord does not take a lot of RAM and CPU, and people wanted to listen to their music while playing their games, they would shut off their browser, and they would type into the chat in Discord, capitalization mark play, and then insert a YouTube link or a song, and the bot would go search it. It would join the voice chat, and it would play the song
Ad free?
ad free.
Yeah, because they go to the source material, and then YouTube can push the ads. Oh, that's genius.
And so, another Discord bot that I saw other people work with is a Pokemon game.
Right. Oh, they made a big game in that framework, you could say.
Yes,
That chat framework.
You could type into a chat what you want to do, and you would have this very simple graphical interface
Right.
that showed you the Pokemon, and then the name, and then the stats and everything, the health bar, and what you can do. And people would play Pokemon in chat in Discord.
Right.
And so now there's a bot for everything, pretty much. If for League of Legends, you can actually search user data that's publicly available with bots, and you could check how you're doing and everything in the Discord chat itself.
Yeah, so let's clarify a bit. So bots are basically, simple AI that have been programmed to, if you type something, the AI will type something back. And you're not talking to a robot,
No.
but there are some pre-programmed answers for standard things. And the longer the community has been active and they have an active group programming these servers, right? The more extensive the bot features can be in each server. So
Yes.
it's not that Discord has these bots doing things, it's that you can set up your server and set up your bots.
Yeah,
to whatever
Discord
you-
didn't make these. These are community-driven projects.
Exactly, and that's what's important to note. And I really believe, because we have some projects coming up that are really cool, of course blockchain based. And what I've understood is that a lot of, for example, NFT communities, Discord is sort of becoming an industry standard because it's scalable, I guess.
Oh,
So-
yeah, super scalable. You can
Yeah.
have a community of just 10,
Yeah.
or I've heard of servers thousands large.
Yeah, and so a tech tip of the week is, if you want to learn more where we think a lot of growth is going to happen, I see Discord becoming a service for people, and sort of a paid service in the end, or featureware coming up, because now it's free, right? Or do you already have features that you have to pay for?
There are like features, quote unquote, that you can pay for, right? Discord, the entire experience is pretty much free. There is almost nothing that a paid user does that you can't do, except for these small things. For example, posting motion stickers,
Right.
emoticons that have like movement, or have an animated profile picture that just also moves. It's only cosmetic so far. And another interesting thing is that in servers, you can boost servers. You
For
can pay
performance.
for better
That's where it's going to
performance.
be.
Yeah.
That's where it's going to be.
So
I mean, it's amazing. It's an amazing piece of platform, I guess. And I'm happy to see at the one end that there's a lot of dexterity in programming, and people can now create things that they know will work, because I mean, if you're a passionate gamer and you run a community, right?
Yeah.
And it's just not happening, right? Skype is not happening. WhatsApp is not happening. You can't. It's all inefficient. TeamSpeak, and somebody just said, you know what? It's time for us to create a platform where we gamers can get together, play the game, and talk simultaneously, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, tip of the week, guys, go check out Discord if you haven't. I highly recommend to learn more about it, engage some more, because I do see them blowing up.
There is a Discord server for almost anything.
Yeah, I've been part of it. But let me ask you a question, Jean-Luc.
Tell me.
What about Twitch? Is that growing and dying? Those streaming, gaming.
I think
Twitch is gonna have its life cycle.
I think Twitch is to stay, but it's never going to be as big as it was couple of years ago.
Right. So Twitch is a place where gamers can create followers of them gaming. Right. So
More specifically, it is a live streaming platform.
yeah. Oh, exactly.
It's
Gotcha.
a live streaming platform. So people usually go, and it used to be for the gaming community, right? But that's changed. And the gaming community would go, and a guy would have a webcam, and it's basically the same format of people playing their games and people watching and interacting, except it was live.
Right. Right. And the way I know Twitch is that every now and again I would see like bloopers. I would see blooper videos, you know, blooper videos, mistakes, online mistakes, people, you know, random things. And there would be a lot of Twitch feeds where, for example, mom walks in naked by accident while the live stream is happening. Or this guy's holding this cat, showing the cat, and the cat rips him a new one, you know, live on. And that's another thing, guys. Here, I always have to put on my parent hat. Is that there's producing videos and putting them online, just like right now. Whatever happens now is live, and then it stays online.
Yes.
Right? Unless Jeff, our producer, deletes it. But whatever happens now, it's recorded. So when, especially kids, you know, start live streaming, it's. I feel like almost we have to train them to make them understand that, hey, you know, it's gonna go live, so make sure things are okay.
Yeah.
You know, to make sure that. Make sure your mom knows.
Yeah.
Because strange things might happen, or you know, you don't want those things to go out into the internet and get abused.
Of course.
Watch out with your content. Watch out with your sensitive information. So streaming is a tricky thing. A lot of bad things can happen as well. Okay, so we covered Discord. We covered memes. We covered trolls, and I wanted to start having a little more fun with entertainment. I realized when I'm at home, you know, when I watch something really good, you know, in this world of enormous amounts of content, when you really watch something nice, something that has value,
something that
I want to start
stands
sharing
out.
that from Tech Impact. So on our post, we were talking about YouTube shows and Netflix.
Yeah.
So I kind of want to go through my list and talk a little bit about it, and then we'll go to your list. Do you have a list on that?
I do not have an official list, but I do have certain recommendations of things people should watch.
Okay, let me start with mine.
All right.
So on Netflix, if you haven't watched it, I highly recommend The Crown.
The Crown.
Yeah, The Crown. It's a drama. It's based on the British royal family. It's coming out of my memory right now. What's amazing is that it does, not that it's factual, but the brushstrokes are factual, right? So things that happen in The Crown are verified. So major events like Margaret Thatcher and her in the series, that was real, except for there's a little bit of over dramatization, and the whatever they told each other might not be factual. But it's interesting to experience The Crown and get a really cool depiction of the times, and it actually made me understand them, the Brits, a bit better.
Oh.
And the acting is amazing, the cinematography, the props, you feel transported. And if you can do that, then it's a good show, right? So that's my drama. Did you see it?
No.
No. Okay, well,
I don't watch a
when
lot
you
of
get to my
Netflix.
age, history all of a sudden becomes history. Well, interesting, sorry. Okay, so let me go through two documentaries that I want to recommend.
All right.
Making a Murderer is so it's a crime documentary. Let me not say too much of it, but it's got twists and turns, and the crazy thing is, it's still active, this case.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh.
And I'm not going to spoil this one, but it is, in my opinion, if you're going to watch a crime documentary, and I cannot watch too much of that, this one is the one for me.
All right.
An historical documentary that I thought was very educational for me was Rise of Empires, Ottoman.
The Ottoman.
The Ottoman, which is the story of Mehmet and a sultan, and it's actually very important to our Western history because it is in the starting of the fall of the Roman Empire, because the Roman Empire became so big, and then there's this one point in time where it gets split in half, and it becomes the Byzantine Empire.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but the production is it's like a movie, right? So there's a serious actor. It's probably over dramatized, but it is the story of how the Ottomans conquered half of the Roman Empire. And there's actually a very interesting connection between Mehmet. He actually battled Count Dracula.
Vladimir.
Vladimir.
Vladimir
He was
Dracul.
so that's not in the documentary.
Uh-huh.
But it was funny that because I do a lot of wiki when I'm watching something to confirm,
Just
And-
make sure.
Yeah, just make sure. But Vlad the Impaler
Uh-huh.
was famous for standing up to them. So, but anyway,
Wow.
that was a good documentary. Go check them out. I will be sharing this list. I want to share some cartoons
Oh.
for the moms and dads that want to watch something with their kids, and you're sick of Paw Patrol, and you're sick of whatever kids are into nowadays.
Yeah,
I have your little sister and your little brother, but a really, really, really nice one, super artistic, well put together, great stories. It's called Hilda.
Hilda.
It is really, really good. It's a girl in the mountains.
Uh-huh.
And it's it's got a narrative and stories and pretty adult themes for kids, I feel, and I feel it can have a enormous positive impact on learning. I mean, but when I grew up, we would get lessons. The video would finish with Brave Star saying, "Kids, don't do drugs."
Yes.
Or Captain Planet, save the planet, right?
We need Captain.
We need Captain Planet back. Yeah,
Please
yeah,
come
yeah.
back.
Okay, let me go fast so you can get a chance.
All right.
The Last Airbender.
Oh yeah.
I'm a huge Last Airbender geek. This is a very Eastern philosophy coming of age story of benders, and in this world you've got 4 types of benders: earth, fire, wind, water.
Yes.
And there is a avatar that can master all
of them.
and they go on adventures. And actually Korra, the second one, very, very adult. That
Yeah.
was done by really intelligent filmmakers with very serious themes, and I love it. I think everybody should watch it.
So even more adult than.
Korra is sort of like the Shippuden of Naruto.
Oh.
Right, so
All of a sudden the themes.
the
grew
themes
up.
become they became a little bit more complex. Lots of political intrigue and
Yes,
abuse,
yes,
and
yes.
and the complexities of human relationships, and even sexuality.
Yes.
And I think I would love for the world to embrace the lessons that are taught there. Right? It is. I think that's the way to approach life.
I heard season 1 is horrible.
season 1 of Korra.
Yeah.
No, it's fine.
Yeah.
It's introducing the verse.
True.
And by the way, there's I'm gonna say it. Shitloads of content coming. There's a movie coming out, a live action one by Netflix. Yes,
Live action.
live action,
Of
and there's a
Korra?
new.
I
No.
think of Avatar. Just Aang.
Aang.
Airbender. Last
No,
Airbender.
and the actresses have been announced,
Oh.
and they've signed a contract for a new 4-book chapter. It's coming. Yeah, there's a new.
Oh.
Yeah, it's gonna be
Season
great.
3.
It is gonna. I think it's just as good as Naruto. It's
All
that
right.
good. Okay, and that's the cartoon. And here's some quick ones for the sci-fi and fantasy. Love, Death, Robots
Yes.
is magic.
Oh.
that is a visual storm. That's like
Yes.
it's gonna knock your socks off. So for those that like a little, if you like The Matrix, you like that kind of stuff. Lots of violence, lots of visuals, fast-paced, great edits and great sound, and even great stories. Love, Death, and Robots. Go do that. It is awesome. I have a love for Jim Henson. I think
Oh.
what Jim Henson has done with the Muppets. I think he was a great artist.
Yeah.
And there was one movie that I always loved when I was a kid. It was called The Dark Crystal.
Oh.
And The Dark Crystal was, it was even a little bit scary. It was
Yes.
intense.
It was eerie.
And as a artist, when you look at what was done in those days, all handmade, a whole world was created, and they actually released in the same style a new one.
A continuation.
A new series.
Oh.
The Dark Crystal. It's on Netflix now. They're released in 2019.
Nice.
Amazing adult themes with puppets.
Ooh.
It's great. And I would highly recommend for an older group of kids, you know, with parents to watch that. 13-year-olds and 15-year-olds watch The Dark Crystal.
All
It's
right.
dramatic and great. And last but not least, it's actually from a game, and it will release its second season in December. The Witcher.
Oh, The Witcher. Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
that series. Did you see it?
No,
Oh, Jean-Luc, you're
I'm
missing
missing-
a
I'm
treat.
missing out?
It is super good.
I've heard it's really good.
That it's almost like, movies from games are never good.
Movies from games are almost never good. Yeah, but The Witcher changed that. Yeah,
And to be clear, that is the Superman actor.
yeah.
So, you know, he's a good-looking dude, intense. And to be honest, The Witcher as a character is very interesting to watch. And there's a second season coming, so people believe in it.
I'm surprised you haven't mentioned this a certain sci-fi series yet.
I'm keeping it. I can talk about this for hours.
I know.
So
but like,
that's my limit for today.
key sci-fi series that I would heavily recommend anybody who loves sci-fi is Black Mirror.
But yeah, well, you know why I didn't recommend Black Mirror?
Why? Why
Because
didn't
I'm
you?
getting so much flack. Because a lot of my friends told me,
Uh-huh.
yeah, but Bruce, that's a little bit too much. That's too much. They tell me it's too much. And
Too
I'm
much?
like, is it too much? Yeah, but we're Tech Impact. We're going to love it.
Okay, I can understand why it's too much, right? The first episode, I understand. But it's also necessary for you to get ready for what you're going to explore, right?
And the first episode is the one with the eyes, right?
No, pig.
The pig.
The pig.
What do you mean the pig?
The pig.
I don't remember the pig.
You don't remember the pig?
Okay, we can't spoil it.
Exactly. That's why I'm frustrated right now. Okay.
But Black Mirror are situations that they're predicting of the future. So
They explore technologies and how that can impact a certain person's
it's literally
life
our
in the
show,
future. Yeah.
right? So, for example, imagine a world where we can review each other, like literally.
Oh, yeah.
And it's tied to your passport. And actually, that will determine your hireability, your travelability, your credit score, and everything. So that's a pretty interesting, let's call it compression of what's kind of going on already. That's what I think. It's a lot like Animal Farm. They do many different types of situations, and imagine how it could play out. Or you hack a drone beehive because the bees have died, and the government has created these intelligent hive replacement bots
Miniature drones.
that replicate what the bees do by pollinating everything. And then somebody found out how to weaponize it.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that's crazy, huh?
That's crazy,
And
horrifying.
why? Because you have to hack it.
Yeah.
Oh, and since we're already there, my last one, but that's for the hardcore anime fan and sci-fi fan, Standalone Complex, Ghost in a Shell. But
Ghost in a Shell.
we'll do a whole show about that alone.
I have
okay?
to watch it, I guess.
Ghost, yeah, you've never seen it?
I've never seen it, no.
What's great about Ghost in a Shell is that they don't explain anything.
I've heard.
When you're watching it, you're like, because imagine a woman
Uh-huh.
that is totally robotic except for the brain. So her brain got transferred into a android
Yeah,
body,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
And everybody else is cybernetic. And you got a team of the secret police in a future Japan that is totally technological,
Of
and
course.
they're militarized democracy, and the complexity of having the internet in your brain and constantly being connected through cybernetics.
Oh.
And they're the apex users of all of that. So she's a master hacker,
Of course.
and she's a robot with superhuman abilities.
yes.
And in the end, you never know what's going on, and you have to deduce what's going on because okay, she's connected on the internet, but you don't know what's happening. So I think that's its. You try to figure things out. Me and my friend Olaf Abenhuis. If you ever watch this, I miss you, buddy.
Oh.
We would debate every episode what was really happening.
What does it mean?
Yeah. Okay, so that's my Netflix recommendations, guys. I'm gonna post it right now. You got anything else?
There's a type of content that is relatively new. It's been being made, as far as I'm aware, for the past 5 years on YouTube. It's called video essays.
Video. Oh,
Video essays.
okay, go for it.
And pretty much, these are just these very well thought out research papers that people present in video form.
Right.
And it can go from all the way to Cicada 3301.
Mhm.
No, you
Wait,
know.
stick to the theme because we have to close soon.
And or it can be about you can discover about mysterious things that happens, and it's just look up a video essay of any type of content you want to learn more into. For example, lo-fi hip hop. You would find amazing videos that are amazingly
But
well put.
aren't some channels specifically doing that, like
Yeah.
Astrum
I
or
don't know.
Cold Fusion?
I don't
'Cause-
know about those channels. I know
Yeah,
about
because in my YouTube recommendation,
Uh-huh.
I have Astrum,
Uh-huh.
which focuses on educational content on current space projects and the discoveries, and he actually makes them.
Mhm.
So, for example, the probe that went to, I think it was Jupiter
Nice.
or Saturn, one of those two,
Mm-hmm.
he actually, narrates the whole project within, 40 minutes and animates the story of that satellite instead of the press releases, So he
Yeah,
actually
yeah.
takes all these informations and makes a video essay.
Yes, and these tend to, as you previously mentioned, be like 40 minutes.
40 minutes.
longer. Yeah.
And for example, Cold Fusion does things like, was Microsoft stolen? And then
Oh.
then he makes a video on that process and animates. So they're sort of like documentary makers, I guess. But then
Yes.
you're right, they're not documentaries;
Mhm.
they're video essays.
Yes.
So cool.
Two specific recommendations I would make. Two on the theme of internet culture.
Right.
One of them, if you want to understand more about memes or events that took place that shaped a lot of internet culture, I would heavily recommend you to look up Internet Historian on YouTube.
Oh yeah. I love that guy.
Internet Historian.
Yeah, high
Funny,
production.
Extremely high production, great voice acting, and just very humorous and everything.
All right. Cool.
Another one that I kind of hoped for you to have watched because I recommended this to you because it talks about modern day internet culture and what it means to be interacting constantly via all of these social media platforms is Bo Burnham's Inside.
Well, okay, let me explain how I'm wired. When something is really cool and good, and I've been wanting to record my guitar for a little while, with GarageBand and my pad. When I see that, it will frustrate me because it will inspire me. But I have no intention of doing it just yet. You understand? So I kind of want to watch it to inspire me when I have decided I'm gonna put in my audio interface and sit there and record my track for once.
But so why this documentary is good for the listeners, or documentary, a musical exploration of what it means to be on the internet.
Okay, cool. Share that in the chat section for
Alright.
us. Okay, yeah, I saw a beginning of it. It looks really awesome. I'm gonna have to sit down and be, emotionally ready to listen to something inspirational.
Yes, be emotionally ready.
Okay, so let's close it up. We've been here for an hour, and that's what happens when I write down these things. I want to give our thanks to Subway and Swing Masters and our producer today to give us value time on Saturday to make this happen for us. A shout out to the whole Subway Mix team. Guys, don't forget there's a lot of shows coming. We're making shows as we go. Please check out the menu. And we're a growing family. And thanks for listening. So anything else you want to say, Jean-Luc? Till we tune out?
I hope you guys have managed to keep up with this huge load of information we have quickly gone through. And thank you for watching. Till next time.
Till next time.
week.
See you next week. All right, Jeff, we're out.